Give everybody to get in here. We'll play a quick little arcade game to kill some time. Oh no, I gotta do the, damn it. I gotta do the full screen option.
All systems green, ready to take off.
Gunblade, this is power. Authorized takeoff.
Oh shit! Controls are messed up. And I gotta fix it. I gotta close the emulator. Damn it. Oh well. I think it's been with a gamepad earlier on. That's just why it's running the way it is. Let's go again. I will. Draw cross. No. We don't need that on. Save that. Let me launch the emulator again. My only question is, why are the controls inverted? That's my question. Let me take a look. I don't see why it's inverted. Let's see.
All systems green,
Gunblade,
ready
this
to
is
take
power.
off.
Authorized takeoff.
Yeah, it's inverted. Why is it doing that? I'm stumped on that one. Jesus. Go to configurator. I turn everything on. Hang on a second. I have no clue. No, let's delete the INI file, try again. It was messing everything up. Recycle bin. And then we'll delete the input for that. Okay, that should fix it. No, wrong one. I was picking the wrong files. It's a little slow. Are there any updates going on? Oh, okay.
All system screen ready to take off.
Gunblade business tower. Authorized takeoff.
Yeah, it's still inverted. How? You know what? Let me see. There we go. Okay, we fixed it. It had to get set up. Okay. Alright, we got it. We got it working now. Almost. Some of these games, man, you know, you try to get them working, they don't always work the way you want them to. But that's the way it is. But it sucks about emulation, you can't get the game to work the way you want it to. Sometimes, not all the time. Oh shit, I forgot to move the damn cross. You know what, screw it. Let's get right to the video. Alright, so I know Fortnite is down right now, so we're gonna watch some Sunny V2 videos for a little bit. Sorry for the way I was supposed to play a game or somebody was working, so start with one of the newer ones and watch some older ones. I swear, I gotta get an ad block eventually. The FBI says you have to get an ad block.
Skateboarding paid his employees roughly $20 per hour.
We're basically minimum wage employees.
But donated over $1 million to the Church of Scientology. He'd gone to spend so much time with the strange organization that Braille was neglected until it died completely. In what
I remember this channel back in 2015. I think it's 2016 also. They did some really fun stuff back then, and I wasn't even into skateboarding. But, like, you know, after seeing all this, like, what happened to that channel? We're gonna find out.
Is quite possibly YouTube's strangest ever downfall. The channel's owned by Aaron Cairo, a pro skateboarder from San Francisco.
My name's Aaron Cairo, and I run this channel, Braille Skateboarding.
He started Braille skateboarding just 12 days after YouTube's launch, uploading the clips that he'd used to gain his sponsors. But when a simple video titled How to Push on a Skateboard gained more views than every other upload, Aaron Cairo saw an opportunity. He'd upload How to Ollie, then How to Nose Manual. This led to How to Pop Shove, and most notably How to Kickflip, each gaining massive view counts for the early days of YouTube. Braille made tutorials on every possible trick, giving the channel purpose and an obvious direction to help everyone learn how to skateboard.
The whole purpose of Braille skateboarding to teach you guys to progress on your boards so you're having more fun on your boards.
These videos carried the channel to over 200,000 subscribers, but as Aaron Cairo became more known, so did another completely unrelated video. I am a Scientologist, Aaron Skateboarder.
My name is Aaron, I'm a skateboarder, and I'm also a Scientologist.
During a vulnerable period in Aaron's life, Scientology offered him a free personality test.
And on my personality test, my communication was really low. And then they suggested you should do a communication course.
Aaron took the course and saw significant improvement.
And it totally helped me communicate. It helped me a lot. And from that point forward, I just had this ability to communicate. It helped me a lot.
Getting him hooked on the Church of Scientology.
So then I did more courses from there and learned more. And
He'd argue it helped
Hey, Ghost, sorry I didn't see your name there. How you doing, bud?
him improve his skateboarding.
the thing that happened
Yeah, this was Braille skateboarding. I did watch him for a short while back in 2016. I wonder what happened to him, and then this video showed up, and I was like, oh, that's what happened.
before Scientology and after was
I mean, Fortnite's down, so we're just gonna watch some Sunny V2 videos. I got some planned here.
I was learning tricks a lot easier. Things were just coming to me a lot easier with less effort.
And that Scientology gave him his career.
And now I built an entire career on communicating.
Yet all of his success could have easily been explained by simple repetition, practice, and week-on-week improvement. Between 2013 and 2014, he was uploading twice a day every day, which guaranteed improvement regardless of Scientology.
We now have 400,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
With the
Yeah, just for fair warning about Scientology, it's a cult. Don't sign up for it. Just don't. The shit they teach you the same shit you can learn in college. Believe it or not, for cheaper than Scientology. Scientology, you gotta pay a fuckload of money to.
channel growing rapidly, Aaron hired Lance Silber, who also happened to be a Scientologist himself. Lance became Braille's main filmer and editor, as well as the channel's guinea pig who was learning how to skate. Videos of Aaron teaching Lance basic tricks did surprisingly well despite their simplicity, as skaters could watch and learn something new themselves. This seemed to tell Aaron that he should hire more skaters, and would therefore introduce Gabe Cruz, who'd suggest a slightly unconventional upload, a game of skate but on Walmart boards. Aaron thought the video would make him a joke amongst pro skaters, but it rather did the opposite as everybody loved it. They'd therefore do the same thing with mini boards and longboards, turning it into a series called Stupid Skate, playing the game with crazy modified skateboards. There was a skateboard with suspension, one with 10 sets of trucks, and one you could ride on either side. It seemed the crazier the board, the more views they'd gain, leading things to be taken to the extreme.
We're gonna make a new series and it's gonna be called Skate Everything. And we get random things and we attach skateboard trucks and wheels to it and then we skate on it.
They planned on putting wheels on random different items, beginning with a skinny plank of wood, then upgrading to a sharp square of metal. However, by only the third episode, Aaron was skating an iPad, which was simply too brutal for people not to click.
I'm gonna feel so bad to drill a hole in this iPad. I wanna make this video, it's all Lance's fault, blame Lance.
When the video attracted a whole new audience and gained 3 million views in under a month, Aaron knew he'd found the perfect series.
An iPad is not really a smart idea, but if you wear rubber shoes, you'll be okay because of the liquid ion battery in there. You just gotta hope to God you don't set that liquid ion battery on fire, because that's the part where like it gets dangerous. Yeah. Oh no, they skated on a lot of stuff. The one I saw was the ripstick board, and then I saw the glass board. The glass board was fucking nuts.
He'd repeat the idea with a MacBook, then a keyboard, then with a flat-screen TV. When they ran out of electronics, they'd skate a full-size bedroom door, a surfboard and a skate shoe, generating so much channel interest they'd gain almost 600,000 subscribers over a 2-month period in 2016.
You guys are the best, the absolute best.
Because we just hit 3 million subscribers.
In fact, Braille skateboarding became so popular, they'd build their own skate park called Braille House, which acted as their own personal filming studio. I found myself running an actual company, says Cairo, who had 3 full-time professionals running the video editing, merchandising, and finance departments. He'd also hire another 3 on-screen skaters, Fetty Potter, Carlos Lastra, and Nigel Jones. But this wasn't only where Braille's money went. Between 2015 and 2017, Aaron Cairo did 16 Scientology courses, many of which were incredibly expensive. The L10 Rundown, for example, has an estimated cost of roughly $72,000, and this doesn't include the L11 and L12, both of which Aaron completed at the same time.
Okay, 72,000. That's double what it takes to do one full course at Full Sail University. It's like 30 grand, 25. So like if you want to do like a game design, which I did, it was only like 29,000. We're just paying double for one course that I paid for the whole damn thing.
Additionally, Aaron completed something called OT3, which according to Reddit, the running tally to complete OT3 would be $278,000.
Oh shit, a quarter of a million for one class. If that's not a rip-off, I don't know what is. I think classes at Harvard are cheaper than that.
This ignores that he eventually went up to OT6, presumably costing even more, yet Aaron believed that all of this was worth it. An article on his training wrote, L10 was a particularly revelatory experience for him. The gains and abilities are so high, I could not even dream they would be available. My space is so big and so clean, and my flows are wide open. I got rid of masses that had been in my space for trillions of years. I truly uncovered my basic goodness and rightness as a being. He's still having daily cognitions directly related to L10, and his online traction has seen a noticeable uptick, which to be fair was certainly true. The channel was gaining so many views, and all of the members were having so much fun, that the massive amounts being spent on Scientology simply weren't a major concern.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. Here's the thing about cults. They get people who are like very down to luck and who are lost. Those people they recruit easiest because they're like, oh, I belong somewhere. Holy shit. You know, it is a scam in a lot of ways.
They'd continue to ride different exotic skateboards and allow the audience to send in their own, resulting in some of the channel's highest viewed videos. The Lego skateboard gained 8 million views, the heaviest skateboards gained 11 million, whilst the glass board with glass wheels gained 28 million views. But the trend of wacky skateboards was slowly getting stale. Viewers knew what to expect in every single upload, and after over 200 episodes, each variation was becoming less interesting. To make matters worse, at around the same time, Lance announced that he'd be leaving, which added to the channel's slow viewership decline. In Dumb Data's video about Braille, it's shown that from 2016 to 2019, Braille's views fell by almost 60%, at which point things began to get weird.
Yeah, that also happens when you lose a pivotal member of your group. That also makes your channel drop a bit because the fans who want that member, they're not there anymore. So guess what? They're gonna leave.
At this point, Aaron's involvement in Scientology wasn't super mainstream until an article was published titled "The Donors Keeping Scientology Afloat in 2019," with Aaron Cairo being pictured at the top.
And then they run a fucking ad.
I am a free-range pescatarian.
It explained that he'd earned what's called gold meritorious, given to people who donated more than $1 million to Scientology.
What the fuck is gold meritorious? Oh, they're worse on TV. They're worse on TV. Like, you'd be watching something comes up and all of a sudden, you got like 7 ads on TV. On web page only 2, so it's not that bad here. But I'm definitely gonna get an ad block eventually. I had one a while back, but I got rid of it because it wasn't a good one. But now the FBI is saying you got to get an ad block on PC, so that's the way it is. But gold meritorious, what the fuck is a meritorious?
On a podcast, Aaron tried to play this down.
Don't you need to give the church a certain amount of money each year to be a part, or
No.
you don't have to give them any money?
No. Courses cost a fee. So the communication course that I did was $100. And the books are like range from $25 to like $30.
But his
So he's full of shit already.
extensive involvement was documented everywhere. He'd appear in yet another Scientology promo video, for which he was heavily roasted in the comments beneath. But negative audience feedback didn't change his feelings.
Somebody says something bad about that, so I'm just gonna stop. Like, no way.
And to be honest, again at this point, his involvement in Scientology wasn't really hurting anyone. However, this was about to change. In January 2020, Braille uploaded a video titled I Need Help, requesting that viewers donate to him to save his hometown skate park.
Oh wow, you need help. Holy shit. Sounds like he got stabbed in the back.
Anything that you guys can give would be incredible. We're trying to raise $200,000. Anything that you can give would be so amazing.
This led to videos such as Aaron Cairo gives Scientology $750,000, but begs fans for donations, whilst people on Reddit wrote, maybe just funnel the massive donations made to Scientology rather than using your viewer base of children to recreate your park. Comments read, did he have this much money when they had Carlos sleeping in the warehouse like a homeless person, leading people to make a realization? I hope
This is why you don't get into cults. Just don't. You lose everything in the process. It's just not worth it.
that most of the profits of Braille go to donations to Scientology instead of to the skaters that make it what it is. The skaters were running all the brand deals whilst barely being paid.
It's like you want us to be the face saying, hey, buy this product, do this thing. And then like we gain nothing from the brand deal. Like we have sponsors of our own as well. We have sponsors that conflict with this brand deal that you're gonna try to make us go and do on our own. And we are getting nothing but our normal low wage.
And even built ramps for the channel without compensation.
They asked me to build it and I built it the day of. From scratch. And they didn't even drop a penny.
Imagine working for someone, carrying the channel for $20 an hour. Then you hear that your boss donated $1 million to Scientology. In the process, Fetty and Carlos, two of Braille's most beloved members, left the team under sketchy circumstances. Nigel also announced that he'd be leaving, but would still be in the videos, just not as an employee. He'd later explain the shocking reason for this.
I left because I was making more off of unemployment than I was filming full time.
With pay rises being few and far between.
How many raises did you get?
In 10 years, one.
But in case conditions couldn't get any worse for the skaters, they somehow still did. As in 2021, Aaron came to the team with another wild announcement.
He goes, in 1 week from now, I'm going to business school for 5 months and I'll be back. And then we're like, whoa, like what the?
As a result, Gabe became responsible for running Braille completely, as Aaron disappeared to focus on business school.
2 months passed. No one has talked to Aaron at all. It's not like he's on the phone going, hey guys, how's it going? Oh, the videos have been good. Like, oh, you're doing really good. Nothing.
Yeah, this guy turned out bad. Watch.
It's just silence, like legit, like silence.
This disappearance lasted longer than expected.
The 5 months, it ends up being like, I want to say like 8 or 9 months. Then he goes away again. He's like, oh, I gotta go back. I didn't finish. It was not long, and then he was gone for again, like I want to say like 4 or 5 months, maybe even more. Then he'd come back for like 1 week or something. Then he was gone again, and I want to say the total time was about like 2 years, I think.
After 2 whole years of barely being on the channel, Aaron returned with a video titled I'm Sorry, initially acknowledging his disappearance.
I've been absent.
That always reminds me of like when cheaters get busted. We're gonna watch a video on that. That's the funniest shit ever. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fuck you guys over. Oh wow, well maybe you shouldn't have.
From the videos, I know you guys know that. I'm back. We're getting back on track.
Before again claiming to be learning about business.
I did take some time for myself, and I did learn as much as I could about business.
However, conveniently upon his return, another video was gaining some traction. Aaron Cairo is the new leader of Scientology in San Francisco. Aaron had joined Scientology's executive team, as the time he'd supposedly spent in business school was actually him just completing more Scientology coursework. This, in combination with his absence, put immense pressure on everyone else at Braille.
And I'm sorry for being gone for so long. I know it's really hard on my team here.
So much so that they all began to quit.
He emerged as the leader of Scientology SF. In that time, this guy started quitting. Mowgli, Uzi, JD. And then when Gabe was the final straw.
As mentioned, this included Gabe, who at this point was completely running everything.
For the past 7 years, I've been doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff for the main Braille YouTube channel.
Comments read, well, there goes the guy that's been carrying this channel for years.
Honestly, Gabe was running the channel. Gabe was doing, like, literally...
Yep. Exactly.
Literally 99.9% of the channel.
Forcing Aaron to take back over, who by this point seemed to be completely clueless.
Now we no longer have Gabe to plan, film, and make all those videos. The content is definitely going to be changing. And what you're gonna get, I actually have no idea. But it's gonna go back to the roots of this company, teaching tutorials. Yes, we are gonna make weird boards, weird videos.
This was far from an innovative strategy, with the lack of fresh skilled content being obvious to all.
In other words, he's saying, I'm sorry, we're going to do the same shit we did before, except this time you're not interested.
You look at the videos now, you look at the thumbnails now, you look at the ideas now. Terrible, right? On Braille's channel. Much worse than when we and Gabe were doing it. And that truly shows how much work we were doing.
This dropped the channel's views to just a couple mil per month, forcing Aaron to destroy their skate park.
I was trying to negotiate with the landlords to get a break on the rent. This is a huge overhead, it's tons of money to have a warehouse, and we just could not come to an agreement. And then I got a letter from their lawyer that basically just said, you have got to be out by July 5th.
Unsurprisingly, the audience offered no sympathy. That $750,000 you spent to go up in a spaceship to heaven could have been spent better, but in true Braille fashion, it was even worse than this. Ricky Glazer, one of the last remaining members, wasn't even told that the skate park was being destroyed.
I knew Braille was struggling, but man, I didn't know the park was literally getting destroyed right now. No one told Rick anything. And it's like, man, I really would have loved to know that, get one last sesh, like I poured all this blood, sweat, and tears literally into that place.
He was saddened by the sight of everything being discarded, which somehow offended Aaron to such an extent that Ricky was promptly fired.
Braille Skateboarding and Aaron Cairo both blocked me, Ricky Glazer, on Instagram.
Nigel decided to leave himself.
I will no longer be at Braille doing videos. Won't be doing lessons with them anymore, obviously, because there is no location.
Pissed off by Braille's blatant lack of care.
No good advice session, no nothing.
10 years of your life.
I haven't even gotten like a thank you for all of the years of dedicating myself to the channel.
Aaron responded with a video of his own, claiming he tried to save the skate park.
You guys must know that I did everything I could to save the Braille house. I literally took out a loan on my house.
But with over 50,000 dislikes, it seems he missed the point completely. Aaron, no one is worried about the warehouse. They're worried about the crew you ghosted. Womp womp, you screwed the crew and that's who we cared about. He is legit more upset about what he did to the building than what he did to all of the people that made it what it was. Without a...
Yeah, you just don't join a cult. Long story short, don't do that. Save your money, put it to where it's supposed to be, the people who help you, not the people who scam you, people who help you. Real simple.
Skate park or skate crew, the state of Braille is worse than ever. Aaron recently uploaded a video titled Thank You, just reading positive comments from 1 year prior, seemingly to convince himself to keep uploading videos.
I continue going because of comments like this. I absolutely love this.
Braille's viewership has fallen to roughly 5k per upload. Every comment section is filled with negativity, which Aaron tries his hardest to defend himself against.
I need a comfy bed.
Alright, that's that. Alright, the next one.
Does this look like your internet provider? Surprise fees, one-time charges?
After the fucking ads.
Hidden in the fine print.
Normally I wouldn't reply to a comment like this. I don't understand why you're being so hateful towards me.
The Island Boys have been receiving fewer and fewer likes on TikTok every single month since they blew up.
You know, let me get an ad block right now. Hang on a second. I want to show it on screen. Let's do it right now. Here we go. We got this one. Okay, that should be ready to go.
10 million, then 9 million, going to 7 million, before a pretty sharp drop to less than 3 million last month. The Google trend graph tells a similar story. People have slowly been losing interest in these two rappers who have made respectable physical sacrifices for their career in.
This is a big lesson about why you don't make everybody famous on the internet that looks stupid. Just don't, because it's going to backfire in a big way.
Entertainment. However, while we're not here to hate on the Island Boys, we will make the argument that they were destined to fail from the very beginning. And the first reason is because they never had a decent skill set or product to begin with. When they first blew up 6 months ago in October 2021 for their infamous I'm an Island Boy rap, it wasn't because people were impressed by their ability to sing. In fact, it was the complete opposite. The video went viral because of how terrible the song was. The Island Boys were instantly judged as two talentless bozos who had covered themselves in tattoos, and as a result, people began to follow them for their stupidity as opposed to their talent.
And I think they're entertaining, and I follow them because they're entertaining. I love to see the stupid shit that they say.
They were mocked brutally in some of the funniest TikTok parodies ever posted to the platform, whilst being used as a representation for how easy it was to get famous on the internet in 2021.
Let's be
exactly
real. How long before the Dust Bunny twins over here get a record deal, sponsors, and tours? Oh, you don't think so? Remember this, bozo?
Now, the difference between the Island Boys and someone like 6ix9ine is that, well,
6ix9ine is even more trouble right now. He's gotten himself in a lot of trouble lately, so it's not panning out too well for him either.
6ix9ine also got famous in part by his over-the-top ridiculous appearance. He actually has a decent portfolio of music to fall back on. People hate on 6ix9ine, but only in the beginning. He then becomes well known, people check out his music, and then some become fans after realizing that his songs are actually pretty decent, therefore it's a solid growth strategy. On the contrary, for the Island Boys, people hate on them, then check out their music, only to realize that similar to their TikTok content, it's not worth listening to.
People don't find these guys entertaining. They're not entertained by them. Other than, oh hey, these guys look like this, oh that Island Boys video was funny. What's happened since? Nothing.
Also, one of these guys recently ended up in jail recently. He might be going to prison soon too. Oh yeah, yeah. I can't stand Speed either. Like even Kyson, I don't like. The only reason why is because I can't stand. He's just loud and annoying. Like, everything else he does is fine. He's just loud and annoying. That's it. If it wasn't those two things, I would say I would support the guy, but I can't even watch his streams. I get a headache. You know, ISO Speed, same thing. I can't watch his shit either.
At all. And they keep rinsing and repeating and they're milking it dry. Did you really think you were going to go into this club, do this a cappella Island Boys, and people were going to mess with it?
Without some decent art form to fall back on, they're unable to convert their haters into fans over time, therefore they either become even more hated or completely irrelevant. The Island Boys discussed this on the Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul, stating that the haters were actually fans because they were following everything that the Island Boys were doing.
They're really fans because really, think about a hater. A hater's watching you sometimes more than a person 100%. That loves you. Yeah.
And they're saying this shit with diamond teeth in.
And if they're hating on me, it's just because they really love me. Because I see the haters check up on me more than the love. So,
which seemed to be a variation of the "it's better to be known than to be liked" argument. However, there are so many examples of where this doesn't really apply. Their account.
Exactly. You sit around the nose, Ghost.
Unless YouTubers who have been outed as predators, for example EDP445 and Minilad, who are both very well known, yet receive almost no views as a result of people disliking them so much that the audience goes out of their way not to watch the content. Therefore, the argument is probably better expressed as you need to have an entertainment form that people remember as being impressive, whilst maintaining somewhat of a likable reputation, which the Island Boys don't really have. People don't think about them in the context of unique, edgy artists that put a lot of effort into their music. They think about them in the context of two clowns who are famous for being famous.
Do you think that that's part of what people kind of hold against you as a grudge, is that like your image is crazy and you're sort of famous, but maybe the music isn't necessarily the reason why you guys are so known?
Right.
One of the Island Boys would go on to state that the other reason they had so many haters was because of jealousy.
Just hating on me or whatever. And it's just a form of jealousy, either that, because I'm not really doing nothing.
Which is just another naive argument often made by narcissistic celebrities who lack self-awareness. Why are you so confident that people want to be in your position? Do you ever consider that maybe there's another reason as to why people hate you besides jealousy? The everyone is jealous of me argument displays a lack of critical thinking, personal honesty, and self-awareness, which was highlighted once again when Logan Paul would ask them about why they thought they blew up in the first place.
Why do you think you guys went viral in the first place with the Island Boy rap?
Okay, so this thing you gotta remember, like, you gotta remember how you got famous in the first place. If you don't remember that part, you're never gonna stay famous. You will fall off real fucking fast. Happened to Ninja. Ninja thought it was a skill that made him famous. It wasn't. It was the fact he used to blow up all the fucking time. He used to lose his shit and be funny as hell when he lost. That's what made him popular. Then he ditched his fan base from Mixer, and now he has no idea why he's getting so few views nowadays.
I worked my ass off. It's not even just the Island Boys. It's the fact that we went through so many obstacles, it was just bound to happen.
Now, it'd be a cheap shot to say that there was no hard work. I'm sure the Island Boys had to have put some degree of effort into their career before posting that mega viral video. However, as mentioned previously, they didn't blow up because they had been in the studio relentlessly for 10 years straight. They blew up because they were being laughed at.
You have that it factor.
Yes, I'm a star. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're the only ones that are talented in singing.
And this is one of the strangest parts about their whole career. They've deluded themselves into thinking that they have musical talent as a result of becoming famous.
So basically, when I was locked up, I was probably one of the only people in a dorm that knew how to rap, that knew how to freestyle, but didn't care. I think me as a rapper, my music is underestimated though.
Mm. There's a lot of uhs in there, a lot of does, which means he's probably making this shit up.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I'm a good artist. I can sing, rap, whatever. Versatile. I can make rock music, whatever.
Even going so far as to say this when asked about their future.
What is next for you guys?
We're rappers. We care about music way more important than a lot of things. We try to take over as an artist, singing, rapping, because I can sing, I can rap.
And this when Logan Paul would ask them a similar question.
What's your 5-year plan?
To be always top Billboard in music.
Good God.
Maybe acting if they let me with tattoos acting or something like that.
However, their confused response of always being top of the Billboard in music was certainly lacking in confidence, probably because at the end of the day, they know that with their current image and skill set, the music they do produce could never compete with the top of the Billboard.
Their look doesn't help them at all in terms of music because people just see them as this ridiculous character, and it's just unfortunate for them for the future. Right now, they're...
Yeah, the problem is that they look stupid, so they get popular for a short while. They have one hit song that's not even that good of a song, and then that's it. And they got nothing else going for them, so they're riding it, just saying, "Oh, well, we're famous forever." No fucking way.
Probably enjoying it.
For example, when they'd post the official version of their I'm an Island Boy song to YouTube, it's basically impossible to find a single positive comment despite the video's 13 million plus views. Thank you, Island Boys, you saved my brother. He was paralyzed in a fatal car accident. Luckily, when I played this song, he rose and clicked the sound to mute. Wow, you guys definitely have a hidden talent that should stay hidden. Have this as my alarm clock every morning, been waking up 30 minutes earlier just to turn it off. Thank you, Island Boys. In addition to this negativity toward their music online, they'd also receive a similar response during their public appearances. For example, they'd both attend the Jake Paul vs Tyrone Woodley fight, where the entire crowd would try and get them kicked out, stating that they had apparently thrown a shoe at someone, which they never did.
So the Island Boys just showed up. The whole place is booing them. The Island Boys are getting kicked out because they just threw a shoe at someone.
Additionally, in November 2021, they'd be booked to sing at Club Live in Miami, where they'd be booed by the crowd.
Is that, you know, it's really bad when you go to a really popular club and you can't do a fucking thing there. Watch this.
After yet another underwhelming performance, at which point the audience would discover another reason behind why their career wasn't going to last for the long term. They were completely unwilling to take advice from more knowledgeable role models in their field. Going back to the Impulsive podcast, the Island Boys seemed pretty proud that they had paved their own path after Mike would ask them about which rappers they had been inspired by.
What was your inspiration? Like obviously you guys listen to rap music coming up.
I try not to listen to nobody because I feel like it betters my mindset.
Is that why you guys have such a unique sound?
Yeah. We don't listen to rappers. Nowadays, I used to listen to a lot of rappers.
Do you think you should start listening to them again?
No, because you're gonna try to steal their flow. They already made it. I'm not trying to you know what I'm saying? You make it more being yourself. I'm not trying to.
Are you sure?
Brain about being yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys to an extent of not being swayed by other people, but also at the same time, the current winners in the culture act as guardrails and guidelines for what you do with your craft.
Mike is 100% correct here. If that they were to copy another artist completely, people will call them copycats. However, if they decide to completely ignore the valuable lessons and current trends set by the artists and
That's a good one.
without any inspiration from anyone else, they're just going to end up sounding like, well, the Island Boys.
Is that how you end up in a place where you sound like you guys do, which is so drastically different? I wouldn't even call it hip hop. It's not rap, right? What is it?
They don't even really seem to understand what their own genre of music is.
I was trying to go for more melodic sound. When you keep on rapping in the same
cadence,
in the same form, you got no flow. It's the same flow.
Monotone.
Kind of monotone. We go you're very.
And going back to their inability to take advice from others, that eventually walk out of the Impulsive podcast after George would provide them with what seemed to be some tongue-in-cheek yet useful financial advice.
Just so we're clear, I don't like George Janko either, but he does make a strong point here about what he's about to tell them.
I think if God forbid it doesn't go in your guys' direction, for real, I think you guys take all of your jewelry assets and invest it in something. So you guys will never ever be broke again.
After storming out of the interview, an article will be released by HITC reading George Janko vs. Island Boys net worth compared after podcast feud, which put the Island Boys net worth at $100,000 compared to George Janko's net worth of $600,000. With the Island Boys being so offended by George's basic financial advice and the semi-accurate idea that offensive things are just self-deficiencies that you're yet to address, their emotional response to what George had to say is also a pretty good indication that the Island Boys are probably pretty unwise and insecure when it comes to their financial situation. You know they're also insecure about their future if they flip out on a simple question like that. George didn't say anything offensive. The world is laughing at these boys, not with them. I refuse to believe there's people this insecure when it comes to money in this world, lol. This was also the opinion held by a financial YouTuber named Graham Stephen.
This sort of confidence and arrogance, I do think would end up getting in the way. Financial advice is not something you get offended about. I mean, there's nothing in there that should have been offensive.
Graham also reiterated what was said earlier about the unlikely nature of their career lasting for the long term.
A career like this could last you anywhere from a few months to a few years. We've seen so many people come up like this where they blow up big and then all of a sudden they do nothing. They can't carry that momentum. And for this right now, they're good for going viral. But I'm not sure if that could be sustained or if that could be translated into a successful career long term.
Before going on to once again discuss how George was probably making just as much money as the Island Boys.
I don't see anything here that would say George is making less money than the Island Boys. If anything, he could be making the same, if not more.
However, when this point will be put against the Island Boys on TikTok, they seem to share a differing opinion.
I'm gonna say it respectfully in the most humble way as possible. I doubt he's making any new money like how Island Boys are. We are successful and happy in life.
Which will be followed by another TikTok, once again displaying their inability to take the advice of others and their desire to walk their path of success alone.
But if someone's talking about my financials, I don't want to hear you. You're not the one that's making me millions of dollars. I made millions of dollars myself. You know what I'm saying? It's just me doing it myself.
No, you're not. You're making it off of other people. The other people are stupid enough to pay for your shit. That's how you make the money. So you want to be nice to other people.
Overall, the reason behind why the Island Boys are already on their way out was summarized simply and obviously in a comment made by a YouTuber called Hello Yassine.
It's short-term hustling. And we've seen this exact same quote-unquote business model, I guess you could call it, being done, but this doesn't last.
From using aimbot during a live CSGO tournament,
here we go.
Super Mario 64 with a see-through blindfold, these are the dumbest streamers who are caught in 4K cheating, beginning with Elm Zero, who accidentally left his aimbot on whilst trying out for a professional esports team. Up until this point, Elm Zero had built up a respectable 3,000 Twitch followers for his impressive Apex Legends gameplay. However, while trialing for the pro team Zenith, judges noticed that his aim was almost too impressive. And while this first kill was arguably still possible without aimbot, his next kill was significantly more suspicious. Elm Zero shoots through the wall as if he already knew where the enemy was, before locking onto the player with near perfect accuracy. Elm Zero was instantly called out in a Twitter post reading, "How are people streaming cheats in Scrims LMAO?" which received a response explaining that he was known for cheating on PUBG in the past.
One of my accounts was banned from PUBG. I was banned by the PUBG Corp for, my ban message said hacking.
Determined to expose Elm Zero for good, another clip was tweeted of him warming up for the match, in which his aim was once again robotically accurate, and with the evidence seeming conclusive, Zenith Esports would make a tweet explaining that Elm Zero was not contracted with us and has been removed from our trial process, which was followed by Elm Zero deleting all of his social media before disappearing from the internet.
I always wonder how these guys get against that org so easily sometimes. Like, you can tell they're cheating. Why the fuck do you bring them into the league? That's the part that gets me. I'm like, if this is any other sport, you get kicked out immediately. It's like this shit don't happen in basketball, okay? I know how it happens here.
Semper0311 was even stupider, as after going live playing the game Destiny 2, he'd forget to hide the aimbot program altogether. At the time, he was streaming to a small audience of only 16 people, however this was enough for one of his viewers to notice the fishy gameplay, writing in the chat, "Is that aimbot? On your screen it has like red squares around them." Semper was dumb enough to read the comments out loud.
Okay, so the red box on the screen is not aimbot, that's walls. Let you see through walls. Aimbot means the crosshair locks onto the target, and you hit the target with your shots directly. That's aimbot. Trigger is if the target crosses if your crosshair crosses the target, it automatically fires when it touches the target. Period. That's trigger. And then there's a fourth one called ESP, which does the radar thing off to the side. You can watch it under the monitor, so that you can see where someone is on the map. Yeah, that's that too. So I don't know why. You can get stuff killed by doing that shit.
Screen has red squares around them.
And after pretending to be confused for a couple of seconds, the stream ended abruptly and the footage was deleted. In the days that followed, Semper denied cheating and threatened to ban anyone bringing it up.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And I didn't, dude. If you want to get banned, you can keep saying that.
Yet after being pressured by the audience, Semper admitted to cheating in the weakest way possible.
There was wall hacks on my computer yesterday on stream. Like, I'm not denying that. I just don't know how they got there.
However, at least Semper eventually admitted to some kind of wrongdoing, as the next person blamed
like, oh, you see red squares on my screen. I'm not denying it. I'm just saying fuck you. Oh, this one. Here we go.
For cheating on a non-existent person. The streamer in question went by the name of Miss Q Gemini, and just prior to being exposed, she'd stated that people often called her a cheater simply because she was female.
You know what's really sad? That sometimes, because I'm female in Counter-Strike, people are like, you're cheating!
However, the real reason behind why she
they're not saying that because you're female in Counter-Strike, they're saying that because you are fucking cheating.
Was called a cheater revealed itself just minutes later, as she'd begin her first CSGO game of the stream with wall hacks enabled.
Ah, what? They're mid. Mid.
To be. I'm going back to B.
After dying in the game, she'd come to notice her colossal-sized mistake and attempted to play the whole thing off by stating that she had some weird glitch.
Do you guys ever get that weird glitch in CSGO where it shows your rank, that it shows everyone's rank? I played the other day with Rock, and he got that, and now I have it.
No. It shows the rank in the damn at the damn scoreboard. It doesn't show the rank in the fucking game. Even if it did, why the fuck would it matter?
I don't know why. It's weird.
Which was then followed by Miss Q Gemini, stating that someone named Clara had been playing on her computer earlier that day.
Wait! Clara, hold on. Clara, give me 1 second. Clara, let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. Why is this on my computer right now? Where is this? How do I close this? I need to text my friend Clara right now. She was at my house earlier today. I'm literally gonna kill her. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC.
That's it. It's Clara's fucking fault. That's whose fault it is. It's Clara, okay? She came over, she ate my food, she did my dishes, she fucked my boyfriend, she stole my shit, she did all that stuff, and she did this to my computer. And that bitch is fucking dead.
Clara, out of all people, this is what happens when you let people use your PC.
Realizing that there was no getting out of this, Miss Q Gemini began to trade all of her items to a brand new account, yet unfortunately this wouldn't stop a Twitch ban, which happened later that day. And while it's certainly shameless to blame a friend for the hacks on your computer, it's not nearly as shameless as aimbotting during...
But remember, anyone who cheats from this point on, it's Clara's fault, okay? Anyone who cheats, it's Clara's fault. Just blame it on her, whoever the fuck it is.
A professional CSGO tournament, which is what would happen in the case of Optic.
Oh, this one.
Forsaken had joined the Indian Optic Group in May 2018, and in the...
This ruined CSGO in India in a huge way. This guy damn near destroyed that scene for being a dumbass cheater. Oh no, it wasn't a friendship. It was an imaginary friend.
5 games played after joining, Forsaken had always placed either second or first. While many assumed that Forsaken was nothing more than a very talented player, it would be after flying to a $100,000 prized professional tournament in Shanghai, China, that Optic Forsaken was exposed brutally. The tournament began with Forsaken taking large breaks in the warm-up rounds, as if he was trying to set something up on his computer in the background, yet it would only be after the main matches began that Forsaken's plays became incredibly suspicious. This first strange flick into the ground was followed by countless examples of him locking perfectly onto the enemy.
That's sketchy. That fast now.
And while there was a chance that some of these kills could still be made by a high-level player, it would be one final matchup that Forsaken's aimbot became obvious. After locking onto the enemy through a wall, event organizers called a timeout, and officials made their way over to Forsaken's computer to figure out if he was cheating. At first, Forsaken refused access to his computer, however the officials would ignore this and look anyway, during which Forsaken kept pushing them away from his computer while he tried to delete the aimbot right in front of their faces. Despite having travelled all the way from India, Forsaken and the whole Optic team were instantly disqualified from the tournament, which became even worse when Forsaken issued a public statement explaining that neither his team, manager, or coach had even the faintest idea that he was hacking.
You didn't have an idea he was fucking... Look at the footage. Like, that's normal?
The scandal eventually resulted in Optic India shutting down altogether, but Forsaken isn't the...
Oh, they didn't show what the name of the program was on his PC. It was called Word.exe. Which, at the time they did this, that program didn't even exist. It's called something else nowadays. It's just called Microsoft Word. That was how you got caught, by the way.
The only person in this video to cheat in a professional tournament. Because during a professional Fortnite tournament with a $500,000 prize, the following scenario happened to a player by the name of Marky Locuris.
Oh, yes.
No.
Despite being down and finished countless times by his opponent, a glitch prevented Marky from being eliminated.
Okay, so long story short, if this ever happens to you, get up, say, this is what happened, and if you do that, they might give you a second chance. He didn't do that. Watch what the fuck he did.
Being revived, Marky told his teammate to keep quiet about what had happened, which was followed by the two unfairly killing the player who had downed Marky originally. After continuing to play normally, Marky was approached by event organizers who asked him to leave the match, yet he'd refused, stating that what had happened was a glitch and was part of the game. While he would eventually give up and leave, this prompted discussion online about whether Marky had cheated or not. I don't think he is cheating, I think
he cheated. If the game glitches and it fucks up like that, the first thing you do is stop, get the event organizer over, say, hey look, there's a glitch. If you do that, you did the right thing. Why? Because you're not wasting anyone's time. Chances are they might give you a second chance. If you play it off, you fucking cheated. So there's no argument on that.
He just went with it. All these kids saying he wasn't cheating. He knew he wasn't taking damage and got revived and continued the game even though he should have died. That's considered an exploit and is cheating. Fun fact, the first clip was actually a glitch, but he decided to abuse it. There was certainly an argument for whether or not Marky's behavior constituted cheating. However, the same couldn't be said for Captain Baldy, who accidentally showed his aimbot whilst trying to prove that he wasn't cheating. Up until this point, Captain Baldy had built up a Warzone kill death ratio of over 2, yet similar to the Apex Legends player in the beginning, Captain Baldy would be called out on Twitter after locking who was running behind.
Oh, where do you see this?
Another clip then surfaced where Captain Baldy displayed suspiciously accurate shooting.
Also, notice the low bit rate also because we're running on. These guys are running a super low bit rates in streaming. You can tell by how blurry the picture is. That's not my resolution, by the way. I'm running on 1080p 60. So it ain't that. But these guys stream at such low bit rates. I know mine comes out sometimes too when I'm playing really fast. And you can't tell half the shit they're doing sometimes.
And as a result, his chat began to fill with people calling him a cheater. Determined to prove his innocence, Captain Baldy agreed to show his task manager, yet hilariously seemed to instead tap the key which brought up his cheat menu.
Task manager? Yo, they want my task manager? Hold up. Control Alt Delete. Oh my god.
The chat then mocked Captain Baldy relentlessly, which was followed by a live Warzone ban later in the stream.
Disconnected from COD.
No way.
Damn.
With the Captain Baldy saga ending with the deletion of his entire Twitch.
Why the fuck would you put that shit in your computer? Why would you do that? Why would you push the buttons they tell you to put? If you bring it, it's showing the task manager anyway. It shows a different program, but we can figure it out.
Channel. Getting caught while checking the task manager was a trend continued by Call of Duty streamer Young, although he didn't take his expose as humbly as Captain Baldy did. Young
this one.
Noticed that he always seemed to know where the enemy was coming from, so just like our last cheat,
this guy thought he was really smart. He wasn't. Watch.
The audience requested that he show his task manager. Now, Young wasn't dumb enough to bring up the entire cheat menu. However, after accessing the task manager, his stream display bugged out and showed a second window where his hacks could be seen clearly. After being banned from Call of Duty, Young would take to his Twitter on which he'd make an idiotically arrogant tweet reading, "Got mad free press tonight. Over 2k views overall. Some people even posted my gameplay online. Thanks for the shoutouts, people. Really appreciate the help." Although these 2,000 views worth of free press didn't contribute to the long-term growth of his career, as Young hasn't gone live on Twitch ever since.
Self-righteous piece of shit.
However, Young still looks like a genius in comparison to Twisted Bear, whose Twitch description boldly claimed that he was the top Modern Warfare player. The reason for this claim would become apparent in July of 2020, when he'd go live displaying his skills, only he completely forgot that he had his wall hacks on. The end to Twisted Bear's career was then unbelievably quick. He was banned from Call of Duty, then Twitch, and was never heard from ever again. But this is what separates Twisted Bear from the next cheater, Mr. Gold.
Oh, this guy.
A much larger spectacle over his cheating ban.
Okay, have you ever seen this before? Imagine someone claiming they're good at the game with the evidence right there on the fucking screen. Just watch.
Mr. Golds was a much more significant figure in the Call of Duty community, sporting a Twitch follower count of over 50,000. During a live stream to an audience of approximately 1,700 people, Mr. Golds brought up his task manager before beginning to brag about how he was so good at Call of Duty that he didn't need to cheat.
Is it the first time you see someone good at the game? Have you ever seen anyone playing like me? Like seriously?
Although he didn't seem to notice that he'd also accidentally brought up his cheat menu, on which he had aim at enemies turned on. Despite having 1,800 viewers at the time, almost nobody was talking in the chat or calling him out for it, showing that he was probably also viewbotting. However, while the chat remained pretty quiet, the incident was shared to Twitter where it received over 2,000 likes and 700 retweets. After being temporarily banned,
it gets worse, watch.
From Call of Duty and Twitch, Mr. Golds would upload an apology video in which he'd state that he didn't mean to download the cheats.
I truly am sorry about. I didn't mean to.
What does he mean? I did.
It's like, imagine this scenario, okay? You're sitting there bullshitting everybody, saying, look, you ever see someone that's good at the fucking game? Of course not, because I'm badass. I'm fucking badass. I do this shit every goddamn day. I fuck bitches every night. That's how it goes. She's on the screen. Oh, shit. One day later, Look, guys, I'm sorry, but I fuck a desk for a living. I can't do this no more. Seriously, it's not who the fuck I am. I really don't fuck bitches. You know, the whole thing. And I think that gets me get out of jail free card. No doubt.
Didn't mean to. You don't download and use cheats without meaning to. I mean, come on, buddy.
Before going on to try and convince his audience that this wasn't who he was.
This is not who I am. This is really not who I am.
Despite having months in the lead up to his expose. These days, Mr. Gold's Twitch channel is an advertisement for big cryptocurrency giveaways from Tesla, which is an even bigger scam than his wall hacks. A more interesting question to ponder is what happens when a game developer gets caught cheating on his own game. This is what happened to Ortonil, the H1Z1 technical director, who was...
This one said, this is the developer of the game. And this one I forgive, because it happens sometimes in online gaming.
Caught using invisibility whilst live on stream.
What's happening? Why are you cheating? Really, dude? You're cheating. A dev cheating. Wait, you not see him?
You can't see me? Oh my god, am I hidden? Oh my god.
Yeah, judging from his reaction, the cheat had definitely been left on accidentally.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys.
Damn, I actually feel for the dev. You can tell he felt really bad. Poor guy, lol. However, there was absolutely...
That one I can forgive, because he's a developer for the game trying to find cheaters online and he left it on accidentally. You forgive that, because he's the guy who runs the game. So, it happens sometimes. As long as the fans forgive him for it, hey, no big deal. This one's fucking funny.
No accidents coming from FaZe Jarvis, who was given a lifetime ban on Fortnite after cheating publicly. On the 4th of November 2019, FaZe Jarvis would upload a video titled Fortnite Gave Me Aimbot, in which he'd explained that he was given hacks by an unknown person in random duos.
Something crazy actually happened. I got in a random duos game, and he was... This is what happens. Look, aimbot, FOV, aimbot. I don't know what half this stuff means, but it's actually about to be lit. We're about to pop off.
Over the following 7 minutes, Jarvis lit up every single person in the lobby with his insane aimbot accuracy.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh! I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Whilst explaining that he was using a new account and a new computer so he wouldn't get banned.
Obviously, I don't want to have aimbot on my main account. I had to go on a new PC, like, I don't want to get my main PC banned.
Jarvis finished the video by once again reiterating that you shouldn't hack and that his dummy account was most certainly going to get banned.
Never use aimbot, okay? Never do it. You're gonna get banned. I'm 100% gonna get banned on this account.
Yet he probably didn't expect that Fortnite would watch his video and ban every single one of his accounts permanently. In the days that followed, Jarvis would upload a new video titled I've been banned from Fortnite, I'm sorry, in which he'd explained that he could no longer play the game.
I've actually been permanently banned on Fortnite for life. Recently I posted some videos of me using aimbot. It didn't even cross my mind to think that I could be banned for life on Fortnite.
Before stating that he was extremely sorry for his act.
What's really sad about this whole thing and stupid, all he had to do was talk, because he was in FaZe. This one, FaZe was really big. He could have just went to FaZe, could have went to Epic and be like, listen, I want to show the effects of cheating and why you shouldn't do it. And Epic probably would have worked with him on it. Because they got that shit built in their engine, believe it or not. They told him, okay, put you in a private match with bots only, you can show it off in there, and that way there's no thing or no one will ban you, obviously, because it's not going to be that good. And that way your main account won't get banned. He could have just did that. And it still would have popped off. He still would have did good, but it would have done a good deed also at the same time. So no, his stupid ass went and bought cheats on fucking line and shit.
You know, it's obvious that I made a massive mistake. And of course, I would never think about doing anything like this again. I know now how big of a mistake this was. And it's just, there's nothing I can...
Oh, stop crying.
The video accompanied a tweet by Jarvis reading, I'm going to take accountability for my actions, and I understand completely why this has happened. I just
better fucking take accountability.
Consequences were at the time, and I wouldn't know about doing it. I love all of you who still support me. This is not the end. And while Jarvis did seem quite apologetic for his actions, Fortnite would make an example out of Jarvis by banning any new accounts that he tried to create. The interesting thing...
What's even funnier about that whole thing is that he's got a short up online where he made another game. And he called Epic an evil corporation, which, to be fair, they kind of are a little bit, to be fair. But he wanted to call the Mountain Trade, saying, "I'm gonna make my own game that's like this." I'm hoping it's a joke, but I'm got a feeling he's serious about it.
Thing is, Jarvis's punishment was still less severe than Super Fast Jellyfish, who might have the craziest cheating story in this whole video.
Oh, this one.
Super Fast Jellyfish was a Super Mario 64 speedrunner who wanted to join the exclusive 9-person list of Super Mario players who had completed the game whilst blindfolded. In the lead up to his blindfolded attempts, Super Fast Jellyfish had been playing Super Mario 64 for 3.5 years, leading him to believe that he had enough experience to beat the game without eyesight, and apparently he was correct, as he'd successfully complete the blindfolded challenge after only 3 tries. However, his ability to complete the challenge with such ease prompted a user by the name of Charlie Brown 64 to upload a video titled "Obvious Cheater Fakes Blindfolded Super Mario 64 Speedrun," in which he tears Super Fast Jellyfish's run to absolute shreds.
Only a true gamer such as this man would be able to somehow sidestep this Goomba, quickly make his way up the path, and then do this long jump to the next red, all completely blindfolded and with absolutely no setup necessary. Not only does he somehow know exactly where the 1-up box is, but he also knows exactly what direction the 1-up will go in once it spawns, something completely determined by our...
Well, the problem with speedrunning at all is, like I always say, like it falls into the magician category, where a magician says the hand's faster than the eye, so to speak. That's why I tell people you shouldn't do stuff like that for skill based. You just do it just for fun, and that's it. Don't do it for anything skill based, because the same thing happens with like Guitar Hero speedrunning stuff, where people play songs like 2 or 3 times faster, and they're doing these crazy moves to try to keep up with the note usage. I'm looking at that like there's got to be none of these guys that are cheating in that, because you can't even tell if they're doing it right or not. That's why I always say slow down when you're doing your shit.
RNG. Then, after chasing it on a platform for a completely arbitrary amount of time, he
yeah, you're right. That seems like they're cheating sometimes. They are. Some of them, not all of them.
Knows exactly where he is on the spinning platform and knows exactly where the first pole is. Again, anyone who was actually blindfolded here would have probably just kept holding left and run off. However, this guy is able to make a completely random amount of adjustments to make it onto the pole.
19 days after Charlie Brown would upload his expose, Super Fast Jellyfish uploaded a bizarre apology video in which he tried to claim that the run had been faked deliberately.
That speed run was purposely fake. It was purposely fake.
Oh, really? It was purpose. Oh, wow! I didn't even realize that. Holy shit! You probably should tell everybody before you did that.
Yet nobody seemed to buy any of his apologies, as Super Fast Jellyfish's time in the spotlight ended with a dislike ratio of over 95%.
No shit.
April 2021, 97.9 million views.
Yeah, this one.
2022, 8.5 million views. In the space of only 12 months, Kwebbelkop's viewership has fallen by roughly 90%, and we're going to outline every single mistake made which has brought him to this unfortunate point.
Yeah, Kwebbelkop, but I knew him only for screaming in the mic a lot, kind of like what PewDiePie did, and he got on that train a little bit. He toned it down eventually and thought it'd be normal, but most people I know don't even know the guy. That's the sad part. So he had his ride, but now it got bad in a different way. We're not going to go over the bad part yet. You'll see.
Cut Kwebbelkop aka Geordie a little bit of slack. We need to specify that because he's a gaming YouTuber, some of this decline has actually been out of his control.
Which is true.
In past videos that gaming YouTubers often have a very volatile career, as their view count is directly tied to the popularity of whatever game they happen to be playing. We can see this trend when looking at Kwebbelkop's best month ever back in August 2019, when his channel would achieve a monthly viewership of 166 million. At the time, Minecraft was coming back into the mainstream, bolstering Kwebbelkop's content, whilst Fortnite was still in its prime YouTuber phase, giving him countless opportunities for fresh new videos. Since Geordie had no control over the popularity of these games, you might go ahead and call this an element of luck. However, almost everything else which was bringing in these 166 million views had been a result of Kwebbelkop's actions. For example, Geordie was a master at collaborating with other YouTubers.
I'm a YouTuber. I want to know more YouTubers. I want to get to know all the YouTubers. I want my friends to be YouTubers or people that are doing similar stuff.
This became most evident after forming a YouTube trio known as Robust, which included Kwebbelkop alongside 2 other familiar faces, Jelly and Slogo Man. Kwebbelkop explained that his first viral video with over 14 million views was him, Jelly and Slogo simply messing around on GTA 5. As their relationship strengthened, a video where Kwebbelkop simply met Jelly in real life for the first time gained over 12 million views. The trio were even picked up by PewDiePie's YouTube network Revel Mode alongside...
I want you to know this thing about these groups back then. This is something that's going to be a trend with some of these channels. Look how many cute looking faces there are here. I'll let these two slide. These two are really funny, but this was a common trend back then where like you had to be cute to be in the popular run. That was how it was back then. It's not like that right now. It's been changing a lot, but this is how it was back then. And most of these channels have fallen off. Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, kids, this is what they pick. This is what they want to watch, stuff like that. I understand, but it shows you like the trend that was going on at the time, and that trend no longer works.
And Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, with a subscriber count of Kwebbelkop, Jelly, and Slogo being the best piece of evidence for the success they'd find as a trio. In addition to forming the robust group, Geordie
Hey man, it's okay if you watch them. I mean, they made good content back then. I couldn't watch any of them. The only one I watched probably Markiplier. That was it. The only one I could watch. The other ones I couldn't watch at all. But hey man, if you grew up on them, that's cool. No hate here.
began dating fellow YouTuber Azzyland in 2016, with Azzy herself having a multi-million subscriber count at the time, meaning that they could collaborate on various different videos, providing further growth for each creator. Yet the overwhelming driver behind Kwebbelkop's extreme viewership was without a doubt his laser focus on the content in combination with an unwavering work ethic. After beginning his channel, Geordie made a commitment to upload one video every single day, which he would continue for a period of over 9 years.
27th of...
Okay, so this is where his strategy falls apart, because this is a strategy that ruins every YouTuber's career in the long run. It sounds like a good idea when you were a kid, but when you grow up older, you realize that this is a death sentence when you think about it.
August 2012, I said to myself, I'm never gonna miss a day of uploading, no matter what happens, and every day I'm gonna make a video that's better than the one before.
Additionally, all of his energy was being focused on one channel only, ensuring that the one daily video was always of the highest quality.
Every day I worked on it, every day I studied it, I watched tutorials, I read articles, I spoke to people, I practiced, and every day I made new videos.
And within this daily upload, it was obvious that Kwebbelkop's goal was to ensure the most optimal experience for the audience.
So here's the problem with that strategy. You're never gonna get better and better and better every single time, okay? You're gonna hit a ceiling eventually. When you hit that ceiling, you're done. You're not gonna get any further than that. And the thing is, like, you should always try to do better, to be fair, but you have to do it in phases. You can't just do it every single day. Sure, you can do that at first and build things up to a certain point, but once you get to a certain point, you gotta learn to go steady for a while. And the steady road is how you make things, like, really good, but then every now and then you kick it up a notch. He's doing it every single day, which sounds good when you're first starting out, but when you get to a certain point, you got to start doing a steady flow of it, and you got to learn to be yourself at that point. So you'll see how that does not pay off in the long run.
Making videos that my audience loved watching, right? So I asked myself, what does my audience love the most?
Each of those clips from Kwebbelkop's discussion on the Watch Time podcast also displayed just how switched on he was in terms of personal development and the correct attitude required in order to grow a successful YouTube channel. So if he had the correct attitude and mindset in order, why after 5 years of gaining an extremely consistent 100 million views per month, did this number drop to between 5 and 15 million over the course of only a year? Well, in order to answer that question, let's begin by looking at a Twitter post made by Kwebbelkop in early 2020. Before things go any further, I want to address the rumors. After 3.5 years of being together, Azzy and I recently broke up. I have nothing but love and respect for this beautiful, smart, and caring woman. Please respect our privacy, thank you, which was accompanied by a video approximately...
Strike one. Don't ever tell your younger fans this, because they think you're going to be together forever. Because they don't understand how breakups work. First mistake he ever made.
1 year later, conveniently just before his views began to decline, explaining the reason behind their breakup.
Why did you guys break up? Well, as you guys might know, I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and Azzy is from Canada. And it was a long distance relationship. Once the honeymoon phase was over, we realized that we're two people from completely different places.
However, it would still be a little far-fetched to blame Kwebbelkop's decline in viewership on nothing but this separation. Sure, he had one less person to collaborate and make videos with. However, if we take the date of Geordie's separation announcement, March 2020, and placed alongside his view count at the time, he actually went up in views after breaking up with Azzyland. Of course, there were other factors at play during this time, such as people being at home and therefore watching more YouTube due to the pandemic, yet as an overall, the data doesn't really suggest that this breakup had much of an impact on his eventual decline in views. However, it wasn't only Azzyland that Kwebbelkop would stop making videos with. After 5 years of filming together, the robust trio being Kwebbelkop, Jelly, and Slogo would also slowly disintegrate. Instead of playing with Geordie, who was busy making various reaction videos, Jelly and Slogo replaced him with a different YouTuber by the name of Craner, which was noticed by fans on Reddit. The last thing I remember was that Kwebbelkop was playing Minecraft with Jelly and Slogo Man in Robust Town. Now everything has changed. Jelly and Slogo Man replaced Kwebbelkop with Craner in a new Minecraft server. Kwebbelkop made his own solo play, and right at this moment he's only doing reaction videos. What is going on? Anyone got the explanation for it? Why is he now not playing with his friends anymore? Why isn't he playing games anymore? Is he going to maintain it like this, or will he come back to his own self again? First he
Strike two. Break up with your girlfriend, then break up with your friends. His where viewership drops like a rocket.
took down the vlogs, but then he stopped playing with friends. As this became an increasingly common discussion in Geordie's comments section, he'd upload a video titled Why I Left Jelly and Slogo, explaining that as a result of making video after video with the group, each of which following a similar narrative, Kwebbelkop felt as though he wasn't growing due to a lack of creativity.
I saw that my creativity was running out. I was just doing things with the group. I was going into that direction. I realized that I stopped growing as a person and that I just stagnated in life and I was just doing the same thing.
Okay, so here's how to avoid both of those situations right off the bat. Number one, if you get in a relationship with someone, don't make it public. Just don't. Keep your mouth shut. Keep it on the private side. Don't make it a big public thing. Just, do your content. Have fun with that person, to make that public. That's the first thing you should have did. And if they broke up, no one didn't know about it. Avoided that anvil. Okay. With playing with a group, if you're not feeling creatively influenced, just write it. Just write it through. Have fun with it. Just come up with stuff to do with your friends. You got to do it the best you can. Think of it as sort of like a how do I put this? Like a let it go phase for a while. Just do that, relax, have fun with it, and then finally when you get that spark of creativity again with your friends, then you do that again. It's especially when the views are really good. Just let it go.
Geordie also explained that at around the same point in time, he'd become depressed, which made him feel as though he was holding the group back.
I ended up getting a depression, which I've never, ever, ever said anywhere publicly, but it
oh wow, what else?
was also holding them back because I couldn't give them the energy that they needed to make these videos good.
And as a result, he began to participate in fewer and fewer recordings.
It wasn't a clear-cut, bye guys, see you tomorrow, and instead it was me joining less and fewer recordings.
From this point onwards, Kwebbelkop was no longer making videos with the group, which had helped him to become so successful in the first place. He then began to collaborate with a new YouTuber going by the name of Tiger, yet this would also end in another bit of drama.
Me and Kwebbelkop got into a fight, and after this fight I was pretty much left with nothing.
Kwebbelkop found Tiger when he was still a small YouTuber, and while the details aren't public, it seemed as though Kwebbelkop offered guidance and growth to Tiger in exchange for part or full ownership of the channel.
I'm like, this guy could be a really big YouTuber if I would coach him a little bit. He has so much talent.
Now this went exactly as planned in the beginning. They started playing together and pretty quickly Tiger's viewership skyrocketed from 2 million views per month to 20 million views per month. However, at around the same point in time, Tiger randomly stopped uploading altogether. 2 months later, Tiger would upload a video on a different channel titled Why I Left Kwebbelkop and Tiger, explaining that he couldn't talk about what had happened with the channel.
And I'm not gonna get too much into who was in the right or who was in the wrong, because I can't.
But he was no longer friends with Kwebbelkop.
Everyone is asking the same thing. Why are you not uploading to Tiger, and what happened between you and Kwebbelkop? Well guys, it essentially boils down to one thing, and that is that me and Kwebbelkop are actually no longer friends. I feel hurt, I feel disappointed, I feel betrayed, and most of all, I feel forgotten.
What would become obvious later was that somehow Kwebbelkop had claimed ownership over Tiger's channel, as he would upload a video where he had cloned Tiger's voice and attached it to an AI, which would provoke another response from Tiger, who was once again insulted by Geordie's actions.
He made this cartoon character, loaned my voice, and put it on the Tiger channel. Listen, Geordie, this cartoon version of you might be your best friend, but I'm not your best friend, okay? I'm not even your friend.
And after Tiger called him out, Kwebbelkop seemed to panic as he would delete every video featuring the AI Tiger clone. The two would make up on Twitter, with Geordie stating, "Life is too short to have enemies," yet shortly thereafter, Kwebbelkop would end their exchange by blocking Tiger on Twitter.
But then for some reason, my man decided to block me. But you know what, man? I don't care.
What's most interesting about this whole interaction is that it correlates perfectly with the point at which Kwebbelkop's views began to decline rapidly. However, the reason for the impending decline wasn't the drama itself, but rather one discovery made by Geordie throughout the conflict with Tiger, being that he could make an AI character to act as a real person. One of the biggest
this is where things change.
Is that pretty much everything you dream is possible. Cloning yourself, too easy. 4 years ago, I was in the middle of a burnout, made 3 videos per day and streamed 2 to 3 hours per day. I wished I could clone myself, so I did. What Kwebbelkop is referring to in this Twitter thread is a channel he launched 1 month after the drama with Tiger, which posts gaming videos and uses an AI character as the main personality within the videos. Now, there's nothing wrong with anyone beginning a second channel, but when looking at the numbers, it's obvious that this new AI channel going by the name of Blue was seriously fragmenting Geordie's attention on the main channel.
This is where things started to go off the rails for Geordie. They don't go in the whole thing about it, but it's gotten worse since then.
It was launched in May 2021 and began to do 4 million views per month instantly, yet if we look at the Kwebbelkop channel, May 2021 was also the point at which his viewership declined from an average of 100 million views per month to 60 million views per month. Kwebbelkop began to celebrate the strides that his AI channel was doing, yet he also seemed completely oblivious to the massive decline that was happening on his main channel. His average monthly viewership was down by 40 million on Kwebbelkop while he was celebrating 4 million views a month on Blue. It was the very definition of the man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither, and this decline on the main channel brought about further changes which would ultimately make things even worse. Kwebbelkop would upload a video titled "My Most Important Video" with "I Quit" in the thumbnail, explaining that he was no longer enjoying YouTube.
I'm having a hard time being creative, I'm having a hard time having fun in my job, I'm having a hard time sleep, I'm always worrying about YouTube, always thinking about YouTube. I'm not enjoying it as much as I was before.
Before going on to state that after 10 years he was discontinuing the daily uploads.
That's why after 10 years of making daily videos, I quit. I quit making daily videos.
Kwebbelkop would finish the video by stating that starting from today, he planned on making top quality content that the audience wanted to see.
Starting today, from now on, you can expect my next video to be top notch, to be really flipping good, to be exactly what you want to see.
Yet the first
Okay, we're going to see how that plays out. Watch this.
First 3 videos posted in the days that followed were him bragging about his $10,000 dog, then him bragging about his custom orange G-Wagon, then him bragging about his $7.5 million penthouse apartment.
Welcome to my $7.5 million penthouse tour. Let's see if this video can hit 100,000 likes.
And it's just like, why would you post this, dude? Not only have you stated in the past that you apparently don't do YouTube for the money.
I don't care about making an extra buck on YouTube. I don't care about the money. I really genuinely do not do YouTube for the money.
But do you really think the audience wants to open up the YouTube app and instantly see something that makes them feel inferior to you? Do you think new viewers on your channel want to open up the video section and see one video saying "I quit" followed by 3 videos talking about how rich you are? You think it's just a coincidence that David Dobrik got cancelled in the same month that he posted his brand new multi-million-dollar house to YouTube? When you invite envy into the life of others, you pay for it in ways which you will not expect. The 3 videos felt like nothing more than a validation-seeking exercise which came off as quite insecure. A 2008 study by the Journal of Consumer Research stated that when people feel powerless and out of control, they feel an increased desire to purchase items which convey high status. Further, this increased attraction to high status products stems from a specific inclination to re-establish power, which might explain Kwebbelkop's motive to upload these off-brand videos. Maybe deep down he felt as though he had lost his position of influence, which was certainly plausible because at the time of uploading the videos, his monthly viewership had declined by over 85% from its peak. Additionally, his house tour might have been evidence that Kwebbelkop had fallen into the classic trap of becoming distracted from the channel by the items he was able to purchase as a result of the channel in the first place. This theory could be supported by the fact that after uploading his house tour to YouTube and announcing that he no longer planned on uploading daily, the videos slowed dramatically. He went from 1 video per day to only 2 videos in both March and April of 2022, doing further damage to the channel's view count. Now, we can't neglect the fact that his Blue channel has actually gained a bit of traction over the last couple of months, gaining between 10 and 25 million views per month. However, when combining the views of both Blue and Kwebbelkop together, even on the best months he doesn't crack 40 million views, which is still less than half of what he was able to achieve while simply focusing on one channel. In a recent video titled "My $100 Million GTA 5 Business in Real Life," which sports a similar kind of vibe to the apartment tour, Kwebbelkop talks about how he's also launched an NFT business and is working on a video game, potentially fracturing his focus from YouTube even further.
NFT business and a video game. Yeah, I bet that's going to pay off in the long run.
As mentioned earlier, Quabblecop is extremely switched on in terms of how to build and run a successful YouTube channel, although as a whole there are two obvious problems that need to be solved. The first problem, which thankfully is relatively easy to fix, is one relating to ego. Geordie, I know how much we as males love to brag. It's written in our DNA to talk endlessly about how good we are, but you have to resist the urge to do so. Proclaiming your high status by posting videos of your G-Wagon and multi-million-dollar home ironically does the opposite of what you want it to, as your audience doesn't want to follow someone that needs to be validated in any way, shape, or form. The second problem is a little harder to solve as it requires either more sacrifice or time, and I could be wrong altogether with this second problem because I'm not sure what kind of numbers your other businesses are doing, but your focus is clearly fragmented, or maybe you have too many things to focus on. You claim to have between 50 and 100 employees.
I'm running a business with I don't know how many employees. Anywhere from 50 to 100 employees work here.
Yet your views are significantly below where they were during any other year since 2016. The potential inefficiency of this was also noticed by some of the sidemen.
So Quabblecop has basically tweeted out saying that he spends on average 14 days and 14 editors to make one video.
Instantly, I'm thinking your team or your process is incredibly inefficient.
And while the one step back for two steps forward mentality is a great thing to have, something feels off with the numbers. Maybe you're just bragging about employing way more people than you actually do, and if this is the case, it's just another piece of evidence for the previous point. Quit with the bragging. It's not necessary and adds no value to anything at any point in time. When you appeared on the Watch Time podcast with Muselk, one very mature thing that you said was that you appreciate when your YouTuber friends call you out on things. So while I was probably a little bit harsh in this video, hopefully it can provide some genuine tough love feedback about where you can improve going into the future.
Yeah, that's a sad story right there. What happened in the end. His biggest mistake was trying to make videos better and better and better, but the problem is you got to stop at some point. Yeah, it was a hard downfall. And he's still going to downfall. He's still doing that AI shit, too. It's gotten worse. I won't show the video today, but you can look at videos about it. I think Penguinzo, or Morse Critical, he shows some of the other shit he done, and Jesus Christ, it got worse after that.
Oh.
All these kids growing up saying, oh, I wish I was a YouTuber. Don't.
Yep, here we go.
Is that what you want, YouTube? Not advertiser friendly! They demonetized every single video. Oh, kid stuff! Oh, happiness and sunshine and fun and woo! Here we go! Because right now I want to quit. Right now I want to quit and just give up. What do you want from me? Hi! Hey guys, it's Logan and there's Chili.
Hey, Chili Peppers.
Chili was messaging this guy named Mark on Instagram.
Chili has been cheating for 2 years.
Being swatted is when someone fakes a police phone call, like a fake emergency. Oh, no. Chili, hey, come on. Is anybody else in the house with you?
Yeah, this one's interesting, by the way. I didn't know about this one. I found out about it when I watched I think the other video I saw about this guy was, what the fuck was his name? He also got busted, too, for doing videos. Sunny V2 did the better one on it. But, man, this one, this is why you don't do controversial shit on the internet, because eventually it'll bite you in the ass.
Is controversy a good thing or a bad thing for a YouTube channel? Any old Joe Blow should have no problem providing a basic answer to that question. However, if you want an expert to weigh in on the matter, you're going to need to consult Super Mario Logan, a 26-year-old YouTuber from the US state of Florida who sets the bar so high for YouTube controversy that he may as well have a PhD on the topic. By embracing the positives of controversy, Super Mario Logan has grown his new SML Movies channel from 50,000 views a month to 120 million views a month in the space of less than half a year. However, we say new channel because the controversial nature of his content and public reputation has also led to the demonetization, age restriction, and deletion of his previous 3 channels with 5 million or more subscribers each.
I, Logan, am deleting a channel with 9 million subscribers. So if you ever have a channel with 9 million subscribers and you want to delete it, this is what it's going to look like.
And this is really only the beginning of Super Mario Logan's YouTube problems. Lawsuits from Nintendo, cheating scandals with his fiance.
You told me that he's never going to be able to have just one woman in his life. That is the way I currently feel.
Logan 30acre has certainly ridden the ups and downs of the YouTube roller coaster. However, in the process, has been gifted a life inaccessible to 99.9% of the population, which he never could have predicted when he first began his YouTube journey on the...
There's a heads up. He bought 2 Lamborghinis, by the way. Never buy a Lamborghini. If you want to borrow one for a weekend, go ahead and do that, but don't ever buy one unless you can actually afford it. Because it's not the $200,000 you pay for the car up front. You also got, yeah. And to top that off, like, what was I going to say? But top off, you had to worry about the yearly maintenance, also the other stuff you got to take care of, the insurance, and just they're not worth keeping. They're not.
8th of December 2007. Logan had only just celebrated his 13th birthday when his older brother Lance first told him about a website by the name of YouTube. It was the winter of 2007, and after registering a channel under the name Super Mario Logan 1994,
he does look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, he does. Like his younger brother version of it.
Logan 30acre uploaded his first video, attempting to recreate a Mario commercial from the 90s by using a Super Mario toy. Unsurprisingly, this video performed poorly. It was a bad recreation, there was no plotline, and they were clearly only just kids. However, Logan wasn't ready to give up. After uploading that first piece of content, he began to post up to 8 videos a day on random unrelated topics, most of which talking from the perspective of his Super.
Year 2007 was definitely an iconic time. You can still go back and look at videos from back then. A lot of them are still up, but some got taken down, obviously. But you can still go back and watch some of those earlier videos if you can find them. It's a little hard to find unless you know the exact titles. You're not going to be able to find them that easily. You can use, I think the Wayback Machine is still available. You can go through the Wayback Machine and watch them there. They're still up. You can do that if you want also.
Super Mario toy.
Here it is, the best video game on earth.
And with over 8 videos a day, subscriber growth was sure to follow, right? Well, not really. Even though he was posting 8 of them, at the end of the day, the videos were still awful. To combat this, Logan would introduce some new characters to the show, such as Woody and Shrek, ultimately leading to a slight increase in the quality of the jokes.
Oh, it smells like crap in there.
It's Shrek!
Donkey.
Shrek is the winner! What do you have to say about winning, Shrek?
All winning makes me have to take a crap.
And as a result, the Super Mario Logan 1994 YouTube empire would celebrate its first major milestone of 1,000 subscribers. But Logan wanted to grow more. Over the next 5 years between 2008 and 2013, the comedy was refined, the quality of the video and audio improved, and Logan grew as a person through trial and error with different puppet skit types, causing him to hit 100,000 subscribers around 6 years after his first Got Milk Super Mario video. In the process of this, during his sophomore year of high school in 2010 at the age of 15, Logan began to date a girl by the name of Chili. This fact is unimportant on its own for now, but the main thing to note is how long ago the two began to date. Regardless, by 2013, Logan had finished school, hit 100,000 subscribers, and was ready to focus all of his free time on the Super Mario Logan YouTube channel. However, there was something else that was significant about 2013. It was a time at which controversial content on YouTube was simply the norm. There was no risk of having your videos demonetized, and the culture was more tolerant of what was and wasn't acceptable, so Super Mario Logan will make his content slightly more controversial with the goal of spicing up the comedy. He'll begin to swear more regularly in the videos, also introducing characters such as Black Yoshi, who would carry many African American stereotypes.
Black Yoshi, why would you steal? Why are you always stealing?
Bo, I need some money. You don't let me use the credit card no more.
My welfare check ain't come in yet.
And making the content more controversial actually worked extremely well. It was hilarious. And since there was minimal backlash for controversial content in 2013, there was really no downside to making edgier jokes. For this reason, over the next 3 years, the content would steadily increase in its controversial nature, but never to a point where people said that Logan had gone too far.
Yeah, the thing was, the first mistake he was making was using Nintendo characters for his skits. He should have made his own characters. That would have kept him out of trouble, but Nintendo is very sensitive about their stuff. When you get to a big enough hiatus like this guy did, that's where you start to realize, okay, now you're starting to get for trouble.
That would be until 2016, when Super Mario Logan would introduce a new character who would really begin to rock the boat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, keep in mind, like, some stuff like this had to get taken down because, again, you're using licensed characters for controversial stuff. If it's his own characters, it would have been a different story. He could have kept doing what he did. The problem is he had to be careful what he did on the platform to make money. He had to find another way to do that by either having a Patreon or some other way of having some sort of a sponsorship to bring the money in to do that type of stuff after a while. So it was controversial for a long time. This is why he's not doing anything now, as far as I know he isn't.
I love that drink. Wait, who's at the door? Hello?
Hey, you want to see my pencil?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Jeffy. See, it says on my shirt. Jeffy.
On the 24th of January 2016, Logan would introduce a new character by the name of Jeffy. Jeffy represented a mentally handicapped or extremely stupid teenager who fit into the crew perfectly given the already controversial nature of the channel. The problem was that between 2013 and 2016, when Jeffy was introduced, people had become less tolerant of politically incorrect.
Yep. You're catching up on it now, aren't you?
Humor. Jeffy's character began to receive backlash after episodes such as Jeffy's Bad Word. However, while the humor offended many, others respected Logan for pushing the controversial comedic boundaries, spoken most accurately by the 150 million monthly views being received on the channel and the lifestyle upgrades that Logan had been displaying. In June 2017, at the age of 22, Logan purchased his first of many Lamborghinis while sitting at around 2.5 million subscribers.
Oh my god, look at that.
Oh my
It looks like you're driving an airplane.
Oh my god.
He was stoked. Views were increasing every single month.
I've driven a Lamborghini before. They're not as much fun as you think they are. They're fun for one day. After that, you'll never enjoy driving those damn things. They're not comfortable at all.
Lamborghini at 22 years old, his relationship with Chili still going strong, but unfortunately, his money and status didn't predict what would happen only 6 short months later, when the controversial nature of his channel would begin to catch up with him, specifically with one infamous video. Super Mario Logan would upload a video titled Jeffy's Tantrum in March 2017, in which Jeffy would become depressed after his dad refused to buy him a $2.99 game from the App Store.
Hey Jeffy, what are you doing?
Well, hey, Junior. I'm just trying to kill myself.
Why?
Because my daddy wouldn't buy me a $2.99 game from the App Store.
What, $2.99?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
The video was initially seen as just another hilarious, slightly controversial Super Mario Logan episode and would sit on the channel without any problems, racking up 12 million views in 9 months between March and December of that year. However, in 2017, at around Christmas time, an article was published by numerous different media publications stating that a mother had found her 7-year-old son pretending to tie a noose from Christmas tree tinsel, claiming to have been inspired by Jeffy from SML. Naturally, many of these publications would contact YouTube for a statement, and as a result, YouTube would demonetize and age restrict the entire Super Mario Logan channel.
Wow. It got hit, what, within an hour?
Yeah.
Logan would then respond in a video talking about how ridiculous the demonetization was.
I don't know if this is temporary. I don't know if it's permanent. YouTube won't answer me. But what I'm saying is that I am being punished as bad as Logan Paul for making plush and puppet videos.
Which seemed to work in the short term, as YouTube would return his ads 1 month later. However, 2 months after that, YouTube would change their mind, demonetizing and age restricting the entire channel once again.
Age restricted, age restricted, age restricted, demonetized, demonetized.
At this point, Logan really didn't know what to do.
I'm honestly scared. I do not know what's going to happen. I want you guys to see this. Look at this.
A little over 10 years of work had been flushed down the drain, and it seemed as though he was on the brink of simply giving up.
Today is the end of my YouTube career. Today's I'm hanging it up. I'm done. I think I'm quitting. I think I am.
This is also why you should have a second job doing this stuff, because if you have a second job and shit like this happens, you can be like, okay, well, there goes the secondary income. At least the bills are still paid.
I think I'm actually quitting. I think I am.
However, Logan wasn't going to fade out crying in the corner and concluded that the best course of action would be to begin a second channel titled Super Luigi Logan. This channel was going well for about a month before it would also have its ads removed.
And everything's been fine for about a month and a half. Super Luigi Logan's working until today.
Exactly. You're right.
Where they do the same bullshit. Exactly the same. They demonetized every single video on Super Luigi Logan. Every single one of them.
Then, to make matters worse, shortly after being completely demonetized and age restricted on both of his channels, news station GMA would run a story discussing controversial YouTube content for children, highlighting the Super Mario Logan channel as problematic.
Common Sense Media calls Super Mario Logan your basic online nightmare for parents of young kids.
This, in turn, created further stress for Logan and his YouTube career.
Look at the article. It attracts kids because you wouldn't think of him as inappropriate because of the way he looks. Oh my god.
It was nice knowing you.
Well, at approximately 8:25 in the morning, Super Mario Logan died.
However, while Logan expected that this would create more problems, the opposite actually seemed to happen. Things surprisingly started going well. After his second channel had been demonetized, Logan would move to a third channel, Super Bowser Logan, and after making the content slightly more family friendly, YouTube decided not to demonetize it as they had with his previous two channels. His girlfriend Chili also created a vlogging channel on which they would make videos together, and his original channel, Super Mario Logan, would then get remonetized, meaning he could upload videos on it once again.
Super Mario Logan got his ads back. And it took 6 months to get the ads back.
Despite getting into a bit of stupid beef with the one and only EDP445,
Logan 30 Acre. Super Mario Logan. Let me go ahead and expose this.
Things were going in Logan's favor for a period of around a year and a half, and in June 2019, Logan would even propose to his long-term girlfriend Chili in the middle of a Jason Derulo concert. However, around every corner of positivity, there was always another problem waiting for Logan. He even stated that whenever everything was going too well for him, his intuition would constantly remind him that he should always be prepared for the worst.
I'm too happy. Something feels wrong. I literally kept saying it. I kept saying, something feels wrong. I feel too happy. I admitted I was happy and God said, today I have some good news and some bad news. Mostly bad. 99.9% bad, 0.01% still bad.
Only a month after Logan proposed to Chili, things began to rapidly go downhill. It began with a problem that seemed all too familiar with Logan by this point.
Super Luigi Logan, I think, is done for now. I think Super Luigi Logan, I don't think I'm allowed to upload videos anymore. And have them monetized.
At over 4 million subscribers each, Super Luigi Logan and Super Mario Logan had been blacklisted, demonetized, and age restricted once again, paving the way for what was about to be SML's rockiest patch to date. 6 months later, a tweet would show up on Chili's sister's Twitter page, accusing Logan of cheating on Chili with a $60,000 escort. Chili's brother Tito, who was a regular on the SML channel, then stated that Logan decided to tell me how he cheated on Chili, in brackets my sister, and he really wanted to show me videos of him and that girl, claiming that Logan had filmed the encounter for whatever reason. To clear up the drama, Logan and Chili would take to Instagram stating,
I want to let you guys know that me and Logan are still together.
And everything's fine. There's just a lot of dumb drama going on.
However, 2 months later, Logan would post another Instagram story stating, me and Chili have been broken up for over a month now. I just wanted to let everyone know. Logan was understandably painted as the bad guy, given he did the cheating. However, as soon as Logan announced that they had broken up, another voice actor for SML by the name of Lavelle would come out and claim that Chili had been cheating on Logan for more than 2 years.
Chili has been cheating on Logan for longer than 2 months. He's known about it for 2 months because that's when I told him.
Logan would then come onto Lavelle's Instagram Live, providing further details.
So the guy Chili has been cheating on me for a year with. A year. Chili was messaging this guy named Mark on Instagram. She deleted the messages really quick. And I ended up paying $1,000 to get the messages.
Confirming the end of their 10-year relationship. To make matters worse, in the same month, Logan would be swatted by an unknown viewer, which Logan and his brother Lance described to be somewhat of a nerve-wracking situation.
It can cause huge legal consequences for you guys. It's not funny, and it puts a lot of people's lives at risk.
On the positive side of things, Logan began to date a new girl by the name of Adriana, posting numerous photos with her less than a month after his breakup with Chili. However, things got a little strange in February 2021, about 12 months later, when both Adriana and Chili each posted a photo to their own Instagram accounts, having both attended Super Bowl 55 with Logan, showing that the three had likely gone to the event together as a group. Perhaps there was some weird open relationship type thing going on, but from this point onwards, Logan and Chili appeared to be back together. Additionally, the photo of Adriana and Logan together at the Super Bowl was the last picture to show up on her Instagram, showing that they had likely parted ways shortly thereafter. 1 month later, Adriana would record a secret conversation had between Logan and Logan's manager Wendy, revealing that Logan seemed to have also cheated on Adriana in their relationship, possibly with Chili or someone else altogether.
So you can either deal with it or you cannot deal with it.
Him cheating on me.
He likes to have a lot of friends and he likes to have a lot of conversations.
You told me that he's never going to be able to
This shit happens all the time with famous people, by the way. It happens all the time. Even Will Smith it happened to.
have just one woman in his life.
That is the way I currently feel.
With the deterioration of Adriana and Logan's relationship and the reignition of Logan and Chili's relationship, there was some semblance of order in his personal life. However, back over on YouTube, things weren't exactly going too well. On the 14th of February 2021, Logan was sent a cease and desist letter from Nintendo stating that he had to remove all references to their characters, such as Mario, Bowser, Luigi, Peach, etc. Otherwise, they were going to sue him.
The purpose of this is...
There we go.
because we've unauthorized use of the Nintendo brand in conjunction with profane, offensive content on multiple of your YouTube channels, named after iconic Nintendo characters, such as Super Mario Logan, Super Luigi Logan, Super Bowser Logan, Super Daisy Logan, I haven't even used those yet, but they want to stop it.
For this reason, Logan would have to create a fourth channel called SML Movies and unlist every single video from Super Mario Logan, Super Luigi Logan, and Super Bowser Logan, undoing a total 12.3 billion views worth of hard work.
You guys understand I'm 26 years old and I've been doing YouTube for 13 years. Half my life I've been doing this.
However, even after everything that SML has been through to date, within only 5 months, the brand new channel is already back at 100+ million views per month without any reference to Nintendo, which perhaps in a backwards roundabout kind of way shows that all the suffering has been worth it for Super Mario Logan. Demonetization, age restrictions, deleted channels, swatting, cheating scandals, YouTube drama, perhaps pain, suffering, and hardship is simply a necessity in order to achieve excellence.
And that was that. We're going to stop it here. I hope you had fun doing that. So we're going to be playing Fortnite, but it's down because it's updating today. They got another update going up, so hopefully back tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. And hopefully I'll see you there. Have a good day, bud. Take care.